Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome back to the Farthest Frontier. We are in Gimleysburg, and last video, we were raided, and it actually kind of hurts. They were able to steal a fair bit of stuff, so we're in the process of trying to build out some static defenses. I'm not sure how well this stuff is going to end up working out for me, if I'm completely honest. You know, you play in some games like, let's say, Dawn of Man, where it really does ultimately come down to manipulating the AI pathing and trying to figure out how to make them go in an optimal route to shoot them all down. Like in this game, I gotta start fresh, I have no idea. We put up a bunch of walls, cool, what happens? Then they just destroy my walls, and they get vengeful and destroy my towers, much other stuff? It might have been better for them to just go to the town center where I could pelt most of them all at once. I have no idea. So we're gonna figure a lot of that out. We also were able to upgrade our town center to tier 3, found out there's also a tier 4, which I had not known before, so that's kind of exciting. But now we have access to a whole bunch of new technologies that we have to manipulate. I mean, we got things like furniture, we got breweries, which oh wait, that takes honey. Oh, honey, huh? Okay, that's interesting. Honey to make beer. I've had plenty of wheat beers, even some I might say are a little bit sweeter, but nothing that was kind of honey-based. Then again, I guess it kind of makes sense. If you know anything about beer brewing and the yeast that converts sugars into alcohol, we're just using the honey as the sugar. Okay, kind of alright with that. Anyway, we got foundries, we got blacksmith forges, we got a bunch of fun stuff. I do need to get some heavy tools for these new buildings, and I'm not able to make those myself. So we're going to be keeping an eye out for the next time a trader comes through and see if there's anything we can buy. I also probably should consider chopping down a freaking ton more trees. So where's my work camp? There it is. We've already gotten rid of basically everything in this area. Let's go ahead and start clearing this area out as well. I need a lot more wood so we can put up all the palisades. All right, we got our traders on the way. They do this at the beginning of every year. You are selling none of the stuff that I particularly want. Are you buying anything I'm willing to sell? Answer is yes. You're willing to buy a whole bunch of pottery. You don't have enough gold to buy all of it, but you'll give me a pretty darn good price. So I will sell off all of this, enjoy a lot of extra gold, which we can hopefully use to buy something nice in just a minute, because the second trader is about to arrive. And what do you have, my friends? You has not heavy tools. You have regular tools, though. You've also got some hauberks and some crude weapons and regular weapons. You know, supposedly I do actually need some weapons for these towers that I'm setting up. They're complaining they don't have any. Let's buy 3, and then let's also buy some tools, because I still have not been able to produce any myself. And I know that that's not a lot of tools, but hopefully it's enough to kind of keep things going just for a minute. What kind of other buildings do we have access to? I really need more food production. Cheese maker takes milk and makes cheese. Makes a lot of sense, but at this time, I don't think... It says no milking. Wait. Milking, yes. Wait a minute, what? Oh, we had it off. I thought we had it on. Okay, well, maybe not. Anyway, yeah, I would... What's the downside of this? Why would I ever want to say no? Is there a reason you can think of why I would not want to milk the cows? A little bit of milk is food, and apparently it turns into cheese. We'll look at that. We'll come back to that. The other thing I'm looking at here, though, is the preservist building. I like the idea of being able to take a lot of the things I produce and pickle them or turn them into some variant of jam, so that this stuff lasts a lot longer, because it's already been hard enough for me to come up with enough food. But if we can also have food that lasts, right, and stops spoiling so often, that could make a difference. That could, I mean, look over here. There goes 124 bread. I mean, yeah, that's not bread, but like beans, herbs. Could we find a way to preserve those in some way? Now, the only downside here is, guess what? We need bricks. All right. Well, I have a brickyard that I built up at the end of the last video. 2 people working over here at the moment. We do have some coal. 5 clay, 2 coal becomes 5 bricks. Okay, well, given some time then, we will have a new building material with which I can get a preservist so I can make my food last a lot longer, and hopefully we find that we are putting this food shortage to rest. I realized, by the way, that I have made a mistake in how I've been using the Wagon Shop up to this point. I kind of assumed this was just going to create, like, a usable good, like a hand wagon of some sort, or a hand cart, and we'll just keep producing them out of planks. Not quite how it works. For every one person you have assigned here, yes, they will build a wagon, and then they spend their time driving the wagons. So before we had one wagon driving around and this guy just picked up whatever heavy goods were around and kept carting them back and forth. Now I've got 2 of them because I actually have assigned a second person. I don't know how good it is to use a wagon. I haven't seen the exact statistics as far as how much more they are able to carry than normal. But in theory, at least, this sounds like a much more efficient way of moving my goods around, especially if they're far away heavy stuff like stone, lumber, gold, iron, whatever it's going to be. Here's something crazy I only just noticed. Our windmill apparently can take advantage of heavy tools, but has none. Production reduced by 100%? Oh. Well, that's a problem. Hold the phone. Okay. So not only do I need heavy tools to build this sucker, but I also need to continue supplying it with heavy tools or the windmill falls apart. Interesting. Why would I be able to disable this, though? Does it actually secretly do a little bit of work? It says it's a 0% work rate. Huh. Well, that's a problem, though. Because, obviously, this means that we're no longer going to be milling down any of the flour, which means my food production's about to plummet. That's a problem. By the way, I am not seeing any evidence that the fish are restocking themselves or not. It's stuck here at 349 and has been for a couple of years. So maybe I'm wrong about trying to find ways to rebuild up the fish populations here just a little bit. I guess I will turn this back on and we're gonna keep an eye on this. If this can continue producing fish, like, that's obviously preferable. I'd really like to have a lot more food, but I don't know. It kept telling me that they couldn't find any fish. So I just sort of assumed that maybe there was a depopulation mechanic that I wasn't aware of before. But if this is saying that the fish count is 349, and it's not going up, then either I found this out too late and the fish are unable to spawn, or it doesn't matter. Oh my god, finally someone is selling some heavy tools. Okay, let's go ahead and buy like 4 of these. That's kind of all I can afford anyway. So we'll get 4 of those suckers, which means this thing is going to be able to start using heavy tools. So we'll start milling down the grain again, which is great because I got a full granary ready to go at this point. And it means I've got at least more tools with which to build some of the big stuff. However, now I know I might need to keep a few in reserve, so let's not get something trivial like a furniture workshop, and maybe instead get a foundry, so that I'll be able to start smelting my gold and iron ore into something useful. More villagers graduating from school. We're up to 67% of my population being educated at this point. Which, I don't know, seems at least somewhat reasonable. That's gonna be fun. Oh, by the way, in the last video, I did say that I think the developers should create a way to just, like, leave... You know what? No, we're not having any more villagers here. Give us the ability to drag cobblestone roads over these existing roads and then just kind of automatically replace them. It is possible to replace them, not by the click and drag thing I was talking about, which admittedly would be kind of difficult based on the way that they're kind of having these roads be more flexible. Like, getting a perfect overlay might be tricky. It's not as simple as it would be with a grid. But if you're willing to click on a road, you can go for an upgrade right here. For example, this would cost me 25 stone. I'm willing to do that, at least for a major highway through the town, just to promote faster movement. But... yeah, I mean, having to click on each of these individual road segments, that's fine for a big thing like this. Once I start getting lots of tiny little things like this, you know, that's going to become kind of tedious pretty quick. I'm not sure what the solution is. I'm just sort of identifying the problem. That's about all I'm good for. I'm going to start assigning some extra people into these towers because I'm kind of sensing that at any moment now we should be getting raided. It feels like it's been a couple years, and they do tend to come every few years, so... I'd rather go ahead and just take some of my huge excess of laborers and just go ahead and assign 3 more of them to go and work in the towers. And if they do come, yeah, we'll be ready for them. We can at least do a little bit of extra damage. Pew pew! Oh my gosh, look how much food is spoiling. Whole load of fruit, more bread, berries. Ugh. I can apparently upgrade the root cellar, which increases the capacity and reduces the rate of spoilage. Costs some bricks, though. 30 bricks. I don't know if I can justify that, man. I don't know if I can. I need some iron, by the way, because something I've been trying to do is upgrade these firewood splitters. And without any iron, we can't do anything with that. Yep. Yep, that's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. 40 bricks, though. 40 bricks. We've almost got the 50 I need for a preservist. Oh, we actually apparently did have some iron. So now I've got better firewood splitters. Oh, these look nice and fancy. Gosh, talk about a freaking upgrade. Holy crud, look at that thing. You contrast that with, where's the other one? It's over here. There it is. Look at this little shack. Ugh, I spit upon you. Ptuh, this is incredible. Oh, the brewery's up and running. Excellent. Okay, so we take some firewood, some water, some grain, some honey. Well, I should have plenty of grain, frankly. That stuff's been getting stored up for days over here. So we're now officially making beer, which means we should be able to turn on the pub and make everyone extra happy, am I right? And I've also got the 50 bricks I was looking for. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and prioritize building up this preservist. I know we've got a long stretch of walls to work on. They're gonna have to wait. Get the preservist up and running. I really want to preserve this dang food. Oh, apparently I can also upgrade the market. Didn't know that was going to be a thing. Okay, more workers, extra income, larger work areas, and more desirability. Ooh, that sounds kind of helpful. Unfortunately, it takes my 50 bricks, so I can't afford to do that right now, but I'm finding lots of good uses for these bricks. I'm loving it. Oh, these cobblestone roads look pretty nice, by the way. Check that out. Beautiful. Okay, so presumably people walk a bit faster on these. That's kind of the assumption. I think it's a fair assumption at this point. Where else do we want to be building the cobblestones? Probably we just go ahead, oh gosh, upgrade this huge stretch. See, I only want to upgrade a small amount of this. I don't want the whole thing. We could fix that by simply salvaging this, and then from here we just construct dirt road like so, and then we would go under roads. No, sorry, hang on, where is it? Walls and roads, there it is, cobblestone roads. And we would build it out like this, but then I gotta get rid of this thing too. Gosh, dang it. A little bit annoying. See what I mean? See what I mean? I'm identifying the problem. I don't necessarily know the coding solution. I'm just telling you what the problem is, okay? Okay, raiders have been sighted. Where are they? There they are. Of course the site that's still under work. Okay. Well, my undefended side is under attack. Okay. Everyone who's currently in this area, please flee for your lives. Very literally flee for your lives. The raiders are coming, the raiders are coming. I feel like Paul Revere. All right. No. You. Do you not see the men with axes that are charging across the fields? Or rather using the roads like civilized people? Are these even civilized people? What's the story behind the raiders? Are they just a bunch of banditos, or is it something else? I don't know. Regardless, shoot them all, please. God, they're hitting me really freaking hard. They really want to take down this town center. I don't think they got much of anything out of the arrangement, and honestly, these towers, at least this one over here, got quite a few extra hits in. Okay, well, I think that's kind of the last of them, so we're gonna go ahead and turn this off and let people get back to work. I don't think they had a chance to get much of anything, to be honest. Whoa. Oh, a hunter's decided to take one last passing vengeful shot. Anyway, yeah, I don't think they had a chance to get anything. That went way better, even though I had no defenses. Maybe one tower really made a difference. Okay, Preservist is up and a-running. Question, do I need glass? Dang it, all to heck, yes, of course I do. I only just thought of it. It's like, glass mason jars. That seems like the sort of thing you might build at the glassworks, which I don't have yet. Okay, this takes sand. Oh, no. Wait a minute, though. Sand? I haven't found sand anywhere yet. Because the sand pit, it needs to be placed on a deposit of sand. This is a sand? Found sand. Okay, so we found sand. It's really far away, though. Like, really far away, though. Gosh. Anything else that's a little bit closer? I'm just looking around the map. I've explored a fair bit more. This seems kind of unlucky, though. All right, we're great on the clay thing. We are not so good on sand. Only option, then? We will have to build a sand pit way out in the boonies over Myaw. And yeah, probably place a road all the way over there if we can. Oh man, this is gonna take forever. I decided to upgrade this root cellar over here. Seems to be the one that people bring the food to the most often, especially since it seems to be the closest to the bakery. So we get a lot of bread over here. Getting an upgrade to reduce spoilage here makes a heck of a lot of sense to me. So I'm going for that. Still once again out of bricks, trying to work toward getting the glass maker up and running so I can actually take advantage of the preserver. Is there anything else I really need the bricks for? Answer, yeah, markets. I would love to go for some market upgrades, partially because getting extra gold income would be nice. But, yeah, refining that gold ore at the foundry. Dude, it's definitely getting me some income per year. This is great. One thing that's interesting to note, by the way, is I confirmed these homesteads do not use coal or charcoal for heating their homes. They still only use the firewood, which is a little unfortunate because it actually means I'm overproducing right now in our coal. You can see right here how much we've got, and I'd say out of everything here, it's probably the only thing that I'm actively overproducing. Yeah, I've got a stinking ton of water, but like I can't really do much about that. Yes, I got a stinking ton of honey, but I've only got one use for it, and it's called a brewery. So there's all that, but coal I can definitely pull back on. We do not need to be consuming quite so much of my lumber, or rather, my firewood, producing something that's not going to give me extra heating value. I'd like to see homes use charcoal in the future. Would not be surprised if upgrading these to level 3 results in them doing exactly that. How's the sand pit doing? Not great. 10 planks still need to be delivered over there. It probably would make some sense to place some temporary shelters over in this direction. I don't know if we are opening ourselves up to a bandit attack on this. I'm not even sure if they're going to care, to be honest. They might look at that and say, I literally have no use for a lump of sand. But I certainly have a use for it, so I'm hoping they stay the heck away. Oh, this has 966 sand. I don't think I quite had realized I can click on the deposit itself to see exactly how much it has to offer me. That seems kind of important. Yes, actually, this iron ore only has 337 left. Gold? Well, we got a couple thousand gold. Wait a minute, though. If I can't find more iron deposits or sand deposits, am I just out of luck? I can see gold, that's fine. But what about everything else? Where am I going to get more sand? It's a finite resource? Okay, the glassmaker's up and running. Took up one of my heavy tools, because of course it did. It's going to take some coal. It's going to take some sand, which we are now very slowly producing. And we'll start making some of that glassware. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn this building back on. I know we don't have any glassware, but let's go ahead and start stocking some of that. As far as my workers, I'm kind of starting to run low, finally. So that means it's probably time to think about getting some additional housing up and a-running. But where do I want to have extra housing, I wonder? Where indeed? I don't know, actually. We probably should start considering to build some extra housing off in this general area. It still needs to be far enough away from all of the industry. I might, for example, need to relocate the charcoal kilns somewhere else, and we commit to making this area still pretty toxic. Technically speaking, I should not be placing the buildings the way I am now. I should be trying to, like, make this a more efficient grid, kind of like I have everything else. But I didn't kind of realize I was going to organically grow out this way. So we may have to do a lot of relocating in the future. Okay, we are officially now starting to make some amount of glass. Not much, but we're getting some, which means our preservist is now able to go and gather up some glass, which is what they're trying to do right now, is stock up wherever they can. It looks like we were able to produce a handful of preserves. Lovely. All right, good. So we're getting to a point then where I'm going to be able to start preserving more food, so less spoilage is going to occur as long as I can continue to make glass. Look how much spoilage we're having even so. I can't afford to take in extra workers right now because I just don't have the housing capacity the way things currently stand, at least until I get some market upgrades or set up a whole new market, let's say over here. And I really do think I want to do that. It would make some sense. So, tell you what, while they're relocating things like the charcoal kilns over here so we can reduce the desirability impact, let's start planning out a new neighborhood and see what's going to happen. All right, this is kind of just the beginnings of a new urban center here, but we've got our marketplace. I'm going to have a school. I'm going to have a pub. I'm also going to be having a bakery, well, a bunch of homes, some parks, and even make space for a theater, which I know is going to take a long time before I can build, but the game sort of suggested that if I do this, we're going to get a lot more immigration opportunities, which could be very good for me, maybe. For now, let's just go ahead and start building out some simple homes. Now, they're not going to have a lot of desirability to them, but I do kind of need to grow my population a little bit more since right now I've kind of used up most of my labor pool. So we'll go ahead and build a couple of these out, and we're going to start gradually expanding this area out. As long as I don't go any further toward the windmill than this, the desirability should be more or less contained. All right, a market has now been upgraded. Doesn't look like the radius is that much larger than it was before, but it is a little bit. Actually, no, it's a fair bit larger than it was before. Okay, I think it stopped right around here before. Not bad. So the income, it doesn't say how much it's going to change right now because this is only from items produced as of last year, and we kind of messed some of that up. Usable items. We can start storing things like candles and pottery and stuff here if we want to, because people can start using things like candles, or at the very least, pottery, luxury items, whatever that's going to be, in a lot of these homes. So having some of that stored in the marketplace might make some sense. Yeah, we'll allow that. Candles, weirdly enough, are necessary to upgrade a house. So once I get the desirability up and people start getting multiple food types... Actually, no, pottery is as well. Oh, you need both kinds. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, let's allow some storage of candles and stuff over here as well. I want these homes to be able to upgrade. Oh, crap, this isn't good. One of my cows escaped? Cow, what are you doing? Somehow the fence here got damaged, so that's been destroyed. I have no idea how to regain said cow. Is it possible to get a cow back once it has escaped, or is that the end? I feel like there should be modern, practical solutions. I also love that the escaped cow is... What do you mean, bear? Pardon me, that is not a bear. Oi! That is not... Cow bear? Cow bears are things in this game? Dear God. What I was going to say is I'm amazed that it's giving me line of sight and exploring things for me, which is hilarious. But yeah. Are you going to go catch it? Yes, fetching rogue livestock. Okay, so we can get this back. Good. I was really worried. Cows are valuable, dude. Entering into year 22, and on cue, the new year begins and a bunch of villagers are born because housing space exists. It's kind of hilarious how predictable that is. Okay. All right, so the cows are doing fine then. We've got 6 of them now, which is great. We're generally getting 1 per year, which I love. So this is still getting more and more valuable as time goes on. Almost 500 milk last time. Yeah, I want to get some cheese production up and running, dude. That'd be kind of fun. What would it take to get that? Bricks. Of course it would take a load of bricks. Why wouldn't it take a load of bricks? Gosh, it takes forever to make this dang stuff. Ugh. All right. Well, I could set down a second brickyard if I really need to, and honestly, at this point, I'm sorely tempted. And by the way, the fish are still listed at 349, so my previous theory about fish counts are clearly incorrect. It takes a big man to admit when he's wrong and doesn't know what he's talking about, but I'm doing it now. Raiders have been sighted. Okay, I've been waiting for this. I actually even preemptively sent a couple more people to work in this lookout tower toward the center, just in case. And where are they coming from, out of curiosity? By the sand pits. Uh-oh. Hoping we're not about to find out that they're in a murderous mood. We probably do not need the people over here, but I would like to get myself an extra guard over here. We just happen to have a little bit more warning than usual. I'm kind of surprised they're attacking from the same direction. A lot of these games, will, you know, kind of randomize or at least try to modify, like, what direction they're coming from. So you can't always expect them to hit from the same spot. But in this case, no, I mean, they're coming twice in the same direction. All right, that's fine. Hey, my wagon has been left behind. Oh, that's great. Yup. Oh, and they're attacking me over here, too. Oh, God, they're trying to hit my... Okay, hang on. They're attacking my gates. Well, we kind of knew that was going to happen. You guys are royally screwed. I am going to ask you all to run over this way, please. Avoid the raiders. Oh, wait, they somehow... Wait a minute. All right, there's some shenanigans here. They snuck through a closed gate. Just saying. It's a little bit bizarre. All right, so we got a couple people here who are pelting the raiders. They're going to break through the gate most likely. Well, yeah, there we go. They did manage to break through the gate, and they're trying to attack my tower to some extent. We are no longer able to do any damage to this guy, though, because he's simply too angry to die. I don't really know how that's possible. Can I tell you to attack something else? No, I can't. There seems to be a small bug here. Either that or arrows just happen to be hitting the palisade wall perfectly, so I can't actually kill this guy, which means he is going to probably destroy my tower. Also, we are seeing some walls be attacked over here, which is fun. Can I retreat just enough with my hunter without dying? Because I need someone else to turn around and attack this guy. But I also need somebody to kill this raider who's chasing after him because he's simply not letting me go. So we are now trying to pelt everyone running through, and it seems to be working all right. Can you now attack this guy? Can you also assist in killing this guy? Is it possible? Nope, the tower's going down. Okay. Well, in that case, freaking run, dude. Do not be here. Oh my gosh. I need all of you to help kill this raider. He's got armor, so I'm not sure it's going to work out, but just slow him down. Punch him to death. Bite him. Bite his ankles. There we go. All right, so we got a few things I'm going to have to rebuild, unfortunately, but I think that is pretty much everything done with. Yeah, lesson here might be that towers need to be spaced off at least one from walls so they don't get stuck on corners. But overall, this palisade gate held these people off a pretty long time. So village was raided. They managed to get absolutely nothing. They did destroy a couple buildings, but that includes some small spatterings of wall and the gate. Overall, I'm going to say that raid went okay. We've learned a couple lessons, and we definitely would like to have 2 or even 4, probably, archers pinging people as they are hitting the walls. If you can do that while they're hitting the gates, you can actually cause some pretty massive casualties before they even have a chance at breaking in, which is awesome. All right. And once again, by the way, we're finding out there are no fish in range. The fish count is gone! Well, so was I right the first time and it's just taken this long to do anything? For God's sake. All right, I have no idea what's going on with fish anymore, but I'm thinking that we no longer are getting any. Maybe it's just like the iron in the sand. There's a finite amount and we finally got rid of the last of it. I have no idea. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am. I actually thought this was gonna be a pretty short little series and we exhaust all the features of the game pretty quickly, but it's got more depth to it than I was expecting, and there's still a long way to go before we could say that we are done. So if I'm going to continue, it really depends on you guys. So be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.